What's up, y'all? It's Cole Swindell. I want to thank CMT and Cody Allen for all their support on You Should Be Here. Also, for giving me the opportunity to go through and answer all the fans' questions for my CMT Ask Anything chat. See what y'all had to ask me here. We're going to start it off with my girl Jennifer from Indianapolis. What state town has the best fan base for you? Well, I guess if I'm not going to go with town, Brownwood, Georgia is where I'm from. Honestly, a state is Ohio. Ohio, I don't know. It seems like every time we play there, it's absolutely amazing. But Indianapolis, since you're from there, I mean, my fans are great everywhere. The Eclipse Center will be there with Florida Georgia Lines, so why don't we make Indianapolis that new answer? See you then. All right. Katie from Burlington, if you could get a personalized license plate, what would it say? Lucky? I don't know. I mean, that's I don't know. I don't have a personalized license plate, but man, lucky is how I feel because the past 3 years have been the best of my life, and through the good and the bad, I've got so much to be thankful for, especially my fans. So thanks, Katie, for the question. Victoria from Allen Park. Let's see. What is your favorite song you've written for another artist? Oh, man. Out of all of those, I'd have to say Roller Coaster for Luke Bryan. I love all the songs I've had recorded by other artists, but that one, the history between me and Luke, me being his merchandise guy, me being a fan of his music way before that, and just wanting to be a better songwriter, moving to town, him giving me my first job, and then me writing a #1 song for him. That's one of the best stories I have, and it's my favorite song I've ever had recorded. Let's see, Gene from Wales Center. What made you do country, and how do you handle doing You Should Be Here? To me, I love all kinds of music, but country music is what I relate to, and that's kind of when I fell in love with music. It was country music, and I think it's the lyrics for me. It's always relatable, and just from the '90s country when I fell in love with it, it's storytelling. It's songs that can put you in take you back to a favorite place, or a song that makes you remember somebody and cry or laugh. Any of that. So I. Just trying to focus on getting through the song is how I sing that live. It's more upsetting to me to see fans in the crowd with tears in their eyes than me worried about myself. I've had time to deal with the song and losing my dad, but just to know there are other people out there that feel the same about somebody they've lost makes it a little better for me. So thanks for your question. Lindsay from South Bay. Let's see here. If you could only keep 5 possessions, what would they be? I think I should have read that one before. Let me think here. 5 possessions. Well, my Georgia Southern hat, my dad's guitar, my phone for sure, my iPad. How many is that? I lost count. Let's see here. One more maybe. My boots. Duh. These actual ones I'm wearing right here. All right. Tiffany from Clarinda. Ford or Chevy? Why are you going to put me on the spot like that and make all the Ford people mad at me? Now, I've always been a Chevy guy. My grandfather, which I'm named after my granddad, he was a Ford guy. So, but I've always had a Chevrolet Z71. It's the only vehicle I've ever had, so I'm a Chevy guy. Lauren from Glasgow. When do we get a UK tour? Great question. I think I'm going to ask my people that same question because I'm ready to take this thing on the road and travel the whole world. I'm ready to go and play new places, explore, meet fans. It's an honor to even know I have fans there. So thank you for your question, and I will get to work on that UK tour. You just make sure you're free when I'm there. Catherine from Tinley Park. Tinley Park. That's outside of Chicago. I love that name. That's good memories, that place. How would you describe the moment you found out you'd be opening on FGL's upcoming Dig Your Roots tour? You know, I did Tinley Park, I want to say the year that FGL was on tour with Luke Bryan, because Thompson Square had to cancel a couple of shows. So I had to fill in for Thompson Square and got a chance to play Tinley Park. And, you know, now here I am with a record deal a couple years later, and I'm going out on tour with them. Two of the best guys you'll ever meet, and not to mention extremely talented. So I was pumped. You know, I'm not only going out with a couple of superstars, I'm going out with some good friends that are great songwriters. So I hope we write y'all some new songs you love while we're out there on tour. Nikki from Frisco. What is the one thing about this album that you think will separate it from your debut album? Oh man, my debut album was, you know, having success with that. It was, you know, it's a little nerve-wracking, wondering if you can top that. But I think even just my first single, "You Should Be Here," is gonna separate it from my first album, just because, you know, those are the kind of songs that don't come around every day. And I'm, you know, after 4 #1 hits off my first album, I got to release something so special to me. And songs like "Middle of a Memory," "Broke Down," "No Can Left Behind." It's just, you know, there's some stuff that'll remind you of the first album, but I just think there's other songs that I think the song quality is just better songs, and I have a lot of songwriters to thank for that. So yeah, just I think it's going to be a little deeper, and you're going to get to hear me sing about things you didn't on the first album. Debbie from Mount Pleasant. How do you come up with the ideas for your songs when you sit down to write them? Well, usually when you sit down to write them, hopefully you've already got the idea, you've had it written down in your phone, you know, but there are days where you walk in, you don't have any ideas, and a great song sometimes comes out of that. You got to talk and listen to people, and just every now and then, the way I think songwriters, the way we think about things, it's just how would we word it different, or you know, there's really no, I wish there was a formula for writing it, because it'd be a little easier, but I think my thing is just always keeping a pad on you, like on your phone, to write down your ideas, whether it's lyrics or a melody. You know, they got the voice recorder. I've been walking around in public humming, and people probably looking at me like, what is this guy doing? So, but you know, when you got to make a living, you gotta look dumb in public sometimes. So just make sure you write those ideas down. That's what I do. Amanda from Springfield. What is your fondest memory with your father? Man, probably playing golf with him. You know, just if I could do anything, you know, we had one more day, I'd love to play golf, just because I learned how to play with him, and just the atmosphere out on the golf course is relaxing, and it's something he loved, it's something I loved, and probably our last round of golf. But me being a huge sports fan, Braves fan, I remember back in the early 90s when the Braves beat the Pirates and Sid Bream slid into home, and I remember me and my dad jumping probably about as high as the Braves player up and down in our living room. So that one's a special memory as well. Let's see. Sally from Minden City. Besides the song "You Should Be Here," are there any other favorite songs on this album? If so, which ones? Yes, I mean, I literally love every single song on here, but "Middle of a Memory," you know, being my second single, that's the one that I want to, I want everybody to hear. And then "Broke Down" is also another one. Oh, and "Remember Boys." I could name the whole album, so check it out. So, why don't you like singing "Swaying"? I've seen people request it, and you say you don't like it. Karen from Langhorne. Karen. Now, if you read those again, that's Joel, my guitar player. We were just kind of joking with him because he has to play some part in it that maybe he doesn't like. I love the song. So, "Swaying," maybe we'll play it at your next show. So, is that cool? All right. So, thanks for asking the questions. Y'all keep them coming. I'm always on social media, every format of it. So, just keep asking questions, and if I see it, I'll answer. But thank you, CMT. Thanks, Cody Allen, for all the support, and you should be here. It's available. Get you a copy.